Colonel, ano pong tunay niyong pangalan? Buo na pangalan.
Mr. Chair, Royina Marzan Garma.
Pwede ko po ba kayong tawagin na Colonel Garma?
It's okay, Mr. Chair. Yes, ma'am.
Alam po niyo, becoming a lady officer in uniform, that's one of my dreams. I was supposed to transfer to PNP, kaya lang patatakbuhin nila ako sa Oval, kaya bumalik na ako ng DOJ. Tagasan po ba si Colonel Garma?
I'm from Solana, Cagayan, Region 2 po.
Where's Cagayan? Norte po ba yan?
North, yes, ma'am.
Norte.
Yes.
Doon po ba kayo pinanganak sa Cagayan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Saan po kayo nag-aral ng elementarya?
Solana, Cagayan,
Cagayan.
Your Honor.
High school.
Tugigaraw,
Where's Tugigaraw?
St. Louis College. Now it's St. Louis University, Your Honor.
Nasaan po ang Tugigaraw?
It's still in Cagayan.
It's also in Cagayan.
Yes.
How about your college? Saan po kayo nakatapos ng kolehiyo?
I finished my college sa Philippine National Police Academy, Your Honor.
PNPA po? Diretso kayong PNPA?
No, Your Honor. My before I entered PNP, I studied in Cagayan.
Ano pong una nyong inaral sa Cagayan?
AB Mathematics, Your Honor.
AB Mathematics. Ano po bang trabaho ng mga graduate ng AB Mathematics? As I understand, usually teacher, tama ho ba?
Yes, Your Honor, but I dreamed to become a lawyer nung inaral ko po yun.
Are you a lawyer as well?
No, Your Honor.
You plan to become a lawyer during that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And after finishing this AB Mathematics, ano pong sunod yung ginawa sa buhay?
I entered the Philippine National Police Academy in 1995.
1995, pumasok po kayo ng PNPA. And when did you finish your studies in PNPA?
That's April 25 of 1997, Your Honor.
1997. After finishing your studies in PNPA, that is 1997, kayo po ba'y pumasok na agad sa serbisyo sa Philippine National Police?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And maari po bang malaman, saan po kayo unang na destino?
Okay. We were based in Camp Crame. We were made to choose kung ano pong region ang gusto namin. 3 po ang hiningi sa aming region during the time. So, pinili ko po ang Region 11, Region, I think, 13, and then Region 2 was my last option.
Based on my research, Colonel Garma, 1996 to 1998, kayo po ang anti-vice unit head ng Davao.
No, Mr. Chair, it's from 1997.
So this is 97 to 98.
That's October.
Yes, and you will agree with me during that time, kakagraduate nyo lang from PNPA. Somehow.
Yes, Your Honor.
And after this assignment, ano pong sumunod?
I was the chief of the women's desk of Davao
Saan
City.
po ito?
Davao City Police Office.
So ang kasunod po ng assignment nyo as anti-vice unit of Davao is head of women's desk also in Davao.
Yes, Your Honor.
You confirm. Ano pong kasunod nyong assignment dito?
And then 2004, I was reassigned sa Camp Crame. I transferred po sa CIDG. So I was based in the main office of CIDG.
Kayo daw po'y pauli-uli. Manila CIDG and Davao CIDG.
Yes, Your Honor. In 2004, I was reassigned to Camp Crame. So change of unit po from PRO, Police Regional Office 11, I was transferred to a National Support Unit, which is the Criminal Investigation Detection Group.
If I
based
may
in Camp
interrupt,
Crame.
Colonel Garma, you
Your Honor.
confirm na 2004 to 2007, for quite some time kayo nasa CIDG Manila and for quite some time nasa CIDG Davao. Tama po ba yun? Yes, that's what you're saying.
I was in CIDG Manila until, I think, June of 2005. And then,
How about before and after June 2005? Where were you?
Seldom po ako bumabalik ng Davao.
But at least bumabalik po kayo ng Davao.
I cannot recall.
After po nitong CIDG assignment nyo, saan po kayo sunod na na-assign?
Bumalik po ako ng Davao City Police Office.
Ano pong
Region
taon
11,
ito?
2009.
2009. Saan po kayo sunod na na-assign?
I was assigned as station commander of Sasa Police Station. That's Station 4 of Davao City Police.
Kayo po ang station commander ng SASA, also in Davao. And after your stint as Cebu City Director of Police, ano pong sunod ninyong pinuntahan?
I retired early and I applied for the position of General Manager of the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office.
Balikan ko po yung naging career nyo sa Davao.
Yes,
Almost
Your
your
Honor.
entire career was spent in Davao.
Yes, Your
Can you
Honor.
describe to us, ano po ba ang peace and order situation sa Davao from 1997 until 2015?
It is very peaceful and it is one of the most livable city in the Philippines, Mr.
What do you think is the reason kung bakit po peaceful and one of the most livable city?
I think because of the overwhelming support of the LGU sa police.
You mentioned about the overwhelming support of the LGU to PNP.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yes,
Of
Your
course,
Honor.
it is a common knowledge as early as 1988, mayor na po ang ating dating Pangulo, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Yes, Your
Would you
Honor.
agree with me if I would say na kaya po peaceful at livable ang Davao is because of the leadership of the former President?
Yes, Your Honor.
You agree?
Yes, I agree.
Kaya po kayo nainganyo na dito manatili sa Davao, nagustuhan nyo ang leadership ng dating Pangulo sa Davao.
No, Your Honor.
So what is the reason?
My ex-husband is from Kidapawan.
Where's Kidapawan?
That's Region 12. And
It's near Davao.
Yeah, and he convinced me that Davao is better than
I
Cotabato
understand.
or Region 13.
Generally speaking, ang mga mayors po, may discretion yan. Kung sino yung mga police officers na magse-serve sa kanilang area of jurisdiction. As a matter of fact, noon pong kayo na-appoint 1997 to 1998, anti-vice unit head of Davao. Hindi po ito mangyayari without the conformity of the former president. Tama po ba? Because he is the mayor.
No,
And the
Your-
mayor can say, I want someone else.
No, Your Honor. I
No?
earned it, Your Honor.
Okay. How about your appointment from 1999 to 2004 as head of Women's Desk of Davao? Don't you think ito po'y idinadaan at ikinukonsulta sa mayor before an officer is assigned?
I am not aware of that policy during that time, Your Honor.
How about your appointment from 2004 to 2007? CIDG Officer of Manila. Paano po kayo napunta sa Manila?
Way back 2004, my marriage was on the rock. So I have to leave Davao because of a scandal.
In other words, kaya lang po kayo umalis ng Davao during this time
Yes.
is because your marriage is failing already?
Yes, Your Honor, and there was a big scandal, so I have to leave Davao.
Colonel Garma, how about 2009, Davao City Police Admin Officer? Would you agree with me if I would say na hindi po kayo mapupunta dito kung hindi payag ang dating Pangulo?
No, Your Honor.
From 2011 to 2016, Station Commander po kayo ng Davao. At ito po hindi rin mangyayari kung hindi payag at walang conformity ang dating Pangulo.
Because it is a station commander position, it must be approved by the office of the mayor, Mr. Chair.
So you agree. Santa Ana, Davao. This has to be with the conformity of the mayor as well. Tama po ba? Yes.
Maybe yes, yes.
And 2016, you were appointed as CIDG Director of Davao. No, January 2017. Ito po hindi rin mangyayari without the conformity of the former president. Do you agree?
I do not know, Your Honor.
And we have to remind the committee, Colonel Garma, that during this time, Pangulo na po ang dating presidente. He was elected 2016. So, the more reasons that we have to believe na mahirap pong magpa-appoint ng CIDG director kung walang conformity ang dating Pangulo.
If you allow me to explain, Mr. Chair,
Can you just limit your answer to the question, Colonel?
I do not know if there's an intervention or what. I just received the order that I have to report to Region 7 as the director of CIDG.
Thank you for your answer.
Your
We're
Honor.
taking your answer as it is.
Yes.
And 2018, kayo po'y na-appoint na city director ng Cebu City.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi po ito gusto ng mayor ng Cebu. And yet, you were appointed as Cebu City Director. Why?
Because it was offered by General Sinas.
Thank
Mr.
you for
Chair.
your answer, Colonel. How about your appointment as PCSO General Manager?
I applied for the position, Mr. Chair.
Who was the appointing authority?
The President, Mr.
The
Chair.
President was the one who appointed you. At kanina po sinabi nyo na nag-retire kayo ng maaga.
Yes, Mr.
How
Chair.
early did you retire from the PNP to accommodate the appointment in PCSO?
I served the Philippine National Police for 24 years, Your Honor.
24 years. Tama po ba yung kwenta ko na 10 years before your retirement ay lumipat na po kayo ng PCSO?
10 years? Yeah, yes. Before
I'm
the
correct.
mandatory retirement, Mr. Chair.
Okay
Your
po.
Honor.
At kayo po ba'y sasang-ayon sa akin if I would say, nang inaral nyo nung kolehiyo, AB Mathematics, Leadership Course, and Public Safety, these are all alien to the function of being a PCSO General Manager. Malayo, di ho ba?
I don't agree, Mr. Chair.
We're taking your answer. Nonetheless, Mr. Chair, Colonel Garma, the reason why you were appointed for PCSO General Manager is because the President trusted you that you can discharge the function of this office. Tama po?
Possible, Mr. Chair.
Otherwise, hindi po kayo i-appoint kung hindi po kayo pinagtitiwalaan ng Presidente. Tama po ba?
It's possible, Mr. Chair.
And I wish to maintain my statement, Mr. Chair, na bago po ma-appoint ang isang opisyal ng PNP sa isang area of jurisdiction, as a general practice, we always consult the LCE or the local chief executive. In other words, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, I wish to state that the reason why almost the entire career in PNP of Colonel Garma was spent in Davao, the reason why he was appointed in Cebu City as City Director, and the reason why he was appointed as PCSO General Manager is because pinagtitiwalaan po siya ng ating dating Pangulo, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Do you trust the former President in the same way that he trusted you?
Mr. Chair, can you, in what aspect, Mr. Chair? If I want that to be clarified.
Siguro,
it's a very
let
vague
us talk
question.
about your career in the PNP. Let us talk about your position as General Manager of PCSO. Kayo po'y pinagtiwalaan ng Pangulo, dahilan kung bakit kayo naging matagumpay sa inyong career sa PNP. Kasama na po yung appointment nyo as PCSO General Manager. Ang maliwanag po, Colonel, malaki ang tiwala sa inyo ng dating Pangulo. Of course you do.
Of course, yes, ma'am.
You believe the President because you have seen what he has done already in Davao. Because you said earlier, livable and peaceful city ang Davao. And it is because of the leadership of then Mayor, the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Tama po?
Yes, Mr. Part of that.
Yes. Kayo po'y naniniwala din sa ipinaglalaban niyang dapat supilin ang droga sa Pilipinas. Naniniwala po kayo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And naniniwala din po kayo na dapat mawala lahat ng mga drug lords at lahat ng mga sangkot dito sa dangerous drugs operation.
May I ask what it
Naniniwala
means?
din po kayo na dapat mawala lahat ng mga drug lords.
Hindi po yung term na mawala, Mr. Chair. I think justice should be served, but
Yes,
not mawala.
justice should be served.
Yes, Mr.
And
Chair.
in conclusion, Colonel Garma, naniniwala po kayo sa war against drugs? Naniniwala po ba kayo sa war on
Yes,
drugs?
yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, you do believe. Kanina po tinuro kayo ni Fortaleza. Kaklase nyo daw siya.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You belong to class 1997.
Yes, Your Honor.
How about Superintendent Padilla? Do you know him?
I've met him once, Mr. Chair.
You've met him once.
Yes,
Can you
Mr.
enlighten
Chair.
us? Saan nyo po ba nakilala si Superintendent Padilla?
Your Honor, I met him when I passed by at CIDG 11 sometime in 2016.
And can you tell us the reason why you passed by NCITG 11 in 2016?
We are actually preparing for our thesis.
The reason why you were in CIDG 11 is because of thesis.
Yes, Your Honor.
But can you enlighten us, why was Superintendent Padilla there in the office? Was he part of the thesis?
I do not know, Your Honor, why he was there.
But you told us that you met him there. Ano pong dahilan nandun si Superintendent Padilla?
Nung po dumaan ako, Your Honor, it is, nasanay po ako sa courtesy to pass by the office of the head.
Who was the head during the time?
It was Colonel Leonardo.
So, can you again tell us what year is this and month if possible?
I think it's just July of 2016.
In
I'm
other
not
words,
very
you
sure, Your
confirm
Honor.
that one time in July of 2016, you happened to meet Superintendent Padilla and Colonel Leonardo.
I
You
did not-
confirm that?
I
Yun na
did
po
not-
yung sinabi nyo kanina.
Yeah.
Nag-pass by kayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
You
I passed
confirm
by.
that?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr.
Did you
Chair.
come across the killing of 3 Chinese nationals in Davao Penal Farm and Colony?
Of course, nabalita po narinig namin, yes.
Saan nyo po nabalita?
Hindi ko na po ma-recall, but napag-uusapan
Sino pong kausap nyo sa usapan na sinasabi nyo?
kahit sinong pulis po.
Kahit sinong
Kasi
pulis.
it's a
Can you
big
please name
case.
names?
I
Sino
cannot-
po yung mga pulis na nakakausap nyo tungkol sa 3 Chinese nationals na napatay? 3 Chinese drug lords na napatay po sa Davao Penal Farm and Colony.
Wala, kahit sinong pulis na magsasabi na, ay, may namatay na Chinese dun sa loob. Oh, really? Sino yun? Ganun lang po.
Sabi nyo
But I
po, ang
cannot
daming
recall.
pulis. Can you at least name names? Name a few of them. Na nakausap nyo at nagsabi sa inyong may napatay na 3 Chinese drug lords sa Davao Penal Farm.
During that time, I was undergoing schooling, Your Honor. So
Yes, but
probably mga
earlier you
classmates
said,
namin.
Colonel Garma, that you were aware because pinag-uusapan ninyong mga pulis. Now tell us,
I cannot-
sino po yung mga pulis na nakausap nyo?
Hindi ko na po maalala, Mr.
Hindi nyo na po
Maraming
maalala.
pulis po. It's very impossible na hindi maging news po yan at hindi pwedeng pag-usapan, Mr. Chair.
Precisely, Colonel Garma.
Yes,
Maraming
ma'am.
salamat po. I am done for now, Mr. Chair.
Madam Garma, nagkaroon ba ng kaso yung iyong asawa?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ano po yung kaso niya?
Mr. Chair,
Please reply.
it's not my case, Mr. Chair. It's his case.
Asawa mo siya eh. Di alam mo dapat. Ano yung naging kaso niya?
Rape, Mr. Chair.
Ano po?
I think it's rape,
Rape.
Mr. Chair.
And because of that, dapat ma-dismiss siya sa serbisyo?
If found guilty, Mr. Chair?
Was he dismissed from the service because of that case?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. hindi ka humingi ng tulong kasi ang tanong ni Honorable Luistro at saka si Honorable Zamora kung humingi ka ng tulong eh. Ang sagot mo, hindi. So you never asked help.
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Can I explain further, Mr. Chair?
Chairman.
Mr. Chair?
Please limit your answer on the question
Yes.
and the query of the
Yes.
interpolator,
Yes.
since the question is on that issue.
Yes,
So
Mr. Chair.
you are
Yeah.
not allowed to explore it anymore because that was already satisfied.
Okay,
You
Mr.
answer
Chair.
already satisfied the
Yes,
question
Mr.
of
Chair.
Congressman Akop. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So you never asked help from anybody
No, Mr.
regarding
Chair.
the case of your husband.
No, Mr. Chair.
And that was the reason why your marriage was annulled. According to reports na annulled
No.
yung marriage nyo.
That's not the main reason why I
That's not
filed
the
for
main reason,
annulment,
okay.
Mr. Chair.
I will
But
not
it is
venture
one of
anymore.
the reasons, Mr. Chair.
Now, when did you retire or optionally retire from the service?
June of 2019, Your Honor.
And when did you get appointed to the PCSO?
July 15, I think July 15, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Of 2019 also.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, ako, bilang kwan, napakabilis. Kare-retire mo lang ng June. Anong date ba sa June nung nag-retire ka?
Hindi ko na maalala. I cannot recall. I think it's 15, Your Honor, of June. I'm not sure, Mr. Chair, but it's the same year, Mr. Chair. It's
Kasi,
June of 2019.
Kung titignan po natin, Madam Garma, napaka-iksi yung kwan eh. Yung period when you optionally retired and when you got appointed to the PCSO. Para bang sinadya. Nag-retire ka optionally to get the post of General Manager of PCSO. Yun lang po yung tinutumbok ng mga katanungan. And this representation, I think, would also believe that na ikaw ay nag-optional retirement because you knew for a fact that you can get the position of the PCSO. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Akop. The next to interpolate is Congressman Johnny Pimentel. You are recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I would like to direct my questions to Colonel Ruyen Garma. Magandang umamba po, Colonel. Originally, you're for Cagayan, hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Saan po kayo nakatira ngayon?
Davao City, Your Honor.
So, kailan po kayo nag-settle doon sa Davao City?
When I got married in 1998, Your Honor.
So, in 1998, that would be right after your graduation sa PNPA. Ano ang nickname ninyo? Anong tawag ho sa inyo?
Yin po, Your Honor. Yin.
Okay, Yin. It was already asked earlier that you went to school at PNPA and then you graduated 1997, hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
At dito mo nakilala yung PDL na si Jimmy Fortaleza.
Yes,
Hindi
Your
po ba?
Honor.
Dito rin din po nakilala yung husband mo, si Chief Inspector Roland Villela, hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Dito rin nakilala niyo po si Colonel Hector Grijaldo.
Yes, Your Honor.
In short, ito po ang naging close mo na friends, including Jimmy Fortaleza, hindi po ba? Doon sa PNPA.
Your
Kasi
Honor.
binanggit ho nyo kanina, bumisita kayo, kayong lima, dapat bibisita kayo ng July 2016 kay Jimmy Fortaleza, eventually 3 na lang po kayo. So in short, doon sa PNPA, nagkakaibigan talaga kayo. The fact na binisita po ninyo si Jimmy Fortaleza, hindi po ba?
Magkakakilala, but not close. The term is,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Now, even at the objection of Mayor Tommy Osmeña, nilagay ka pa rin ni Devolve Sinas, o Sinas ba yun, as Chief of Police. In short, hindi pinalo yung protocol, hindi po ba?
I do not know, Your Honor. I just received the orders, so I just assumed the
Because,
post of city
Yin,
director.
according to,
Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, according to newspaper reports, you were not in good terms with Mayor Tommy Osmeña. Newspaper reports regarding your relationship. In fact, ito po, this was taken from one of the newspaper. Cebu City Police Chief, Rini Garma, Mayor's Tommy Osmeña's hated, but Duterte's trusted. So alam po yun, dun talaga sa buong Cebu City, that Tommy Osmeña did not really like you as the chief of police. Yung pag-dispatch ng SWAT, yung pinag-aawayan ninyo ni
That's-
Mayor Tommy Osmeña?
Isa po yan sa pinakamalaki po. Sa tingin ko lang po, Mr. Chair.
Hindi
Kasi-
kaya Yin or Colonel Garma, ang pinakakalaking issue ninyo is because of the extrajudicial killings that happened when you were the chief of police of Cebu City?
I don't...
Could that be the reason why Mayor Tommy Osmeña does not like you? Because when you were assigned in Cebu City, there were many extrajudicial killings that happened. Babasahin ko po, Mr. Chair. Ayon din po kay dating Cebu City Mayor Osmeña, this is according to newspaper reports, na naging out of control daw po ang extrajudicial killings noong si Colonel Rina Garba na po ang umupo bilang director ng Cebu City Police Office. And this is only my opinion, but based on the newspaper reports, based on the statements of Mayor Tommy Osmeña, lumalabas po, dumami ang extrajudicial killings nung si Colonel Rina Garma ay nandoon sa Cebu City. In short, kaya po pinili si Rina Garma ni General Devolcinas para gamitin po si Colonel Garma ni Devolcinas para sa extrajudicial killings against illegal drugs. Colonel Leonardo, kilala ho niyo ba si Colonel Garma?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Madalas ho kayo magkita?
Nung araw po, Mr. Chair, madalas kami.
Bumibisita din po siya sa CIDG station, sa opisina niyo, hindi po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair, mayroon po mga panahon.
So you really know Colonel Garma?
Yes, sir.
Is she
Mr. Chair.
involved in the operations of the CIDG?
CIDG when I cannot recall of any instance that
Mr. Chair, may I
Mr.
remind
Chairman.
the legal counsel not to quote, kasi very important ito, very crucial to eh. There are corroborative statements of the different resource persons and we want to establish the link of these personalities. Colonel Leonardo, sabi niyo noon, kilala ho niyo si Colonel Garma. Tapos madalas ho si Colonel Garma sa CIDG station, hindi po ba?
nagpupunta po siya, Mr. Chair.
Bakit? Ano hong pakay niya, Colonel Garma? Colonel Leonardo. O Commissioner rather, Leonardo.
Mr. Chair, magkakakilala po kami, Mr. Chair.
So from time to time, bumibisita po siya sa CIDG station.
May mga instances na
Was this a
natatandaan.
personal visit or more an official visit? There were concerns regarding operations of the CIDG or there were orders from higher ups? O ano hong pinag-uusapan niyo pag bumibisita po si Colonel Garma?
Meet and greet lang po, Mr. Chair. Kasi po, nasa isang compound po kami before sa Davao City Police Office. Isang compound lang po yon, nandun sa
So in
loob ng
short,
CIDG.
dahil pero kayo po ay mga police, kayo po ay mga operatives, hindi po maiwasan natin na nag-uusap-usap din po kayo ng mga operations, hindi po ba? Ano yun? That is
Possibly,
peer-
Mr. Chair.
That is peer group, hindi po ba? Kung ang mga kapulisan, ang pinag-uusapan ng operation, mga congressman, pinag-uusapan, anong batas ang gagawin? O kung usually ganun yan po nangyayari. So may pagkakataon na pinag-uusapan noon ninyo ang operations, hindi po ba?
Wala po kasi akong matandaan, Mr. Chair, na nakapag-usap ako tungkol
Okay,
sa
anyway,
operation,
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Inamin na ho kanina ni Colonel Garma that there was a time in July of 2016 na pumunta siya doon sa opisina mo, nandun po kayo, nandun po din bumisita si Colonel Padilla. Hindi po ba?
Pasensya na po, Mr. Chair. Hindi ko po matandaan yung instance na kami nagkita ni
Commissioner Leonardo,
Colonel
remember
Padilla.
that you're under oath.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Hindi ko po
There are
matandaan
two
po.
persons here testifying that you had a meeting in CIDG against only you. And yung isa, sinumpaang salaysay pa. And kanina si Colonel Garma, sinabi, indeed, she was there, kayong tatlo. Ito, na lang ang pag-usapan natin. The fact remains na doon sa CIDG, Davao Station, nagkasama-sama kayong tatlo. Yung pong sinabi ni Colonel Padilla, yun din pong sinabi ni Colonel Garma, Colonel Leonardo, o Commissioner Leonardo rather.
Mr. Chair, ang totoo po, wala po talaga akong matandaan na instance that we, together with two of them,
Totoo po ba yun, Colonel Garma? Sabi nyo kanina, it's on record, Mr. Chair, that Colonel Garma stated that she went to the office of Commissioner Leonardo in the presence of Colonel Padilla. And it is on record. Colonel Garma, sino po talaga nagsasabi ng totoo nito?
Yes, binigay ko po yung salaysay kay Comsec para basahin po ni Chief Superintendent Padilla, yung number 5.
In number 5, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, bago mangyari ang pagpatay,
Pwede pakilakas lang po, Colonel Padilla.
bago mangyari ang pagpatay sa tatlong Chinese drug personalities, nakadetain sa nasabing piitan ay tinawagan ako ni Colonel Edelberto Leonardo at sinabi na pumunta ako sa Davao CIDG station. Pagdating ko sa station ay nandoon na si Colonel Garma. Kinausap ako ni Colonel Leonardo ang mga 30 minutes at sinabi na papatayin na namin ang tatlong Chinese na nandoon sa Davao Prison and Penal Farm. Mag-cooperate ka na lang habang kami ay nag-uusap ay pinangakuan niya ako ng promotion.
Thank you, Colonel Padilla. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Congressman Pimentel. Yun po, pinabasa ko lang po.
Mr. Chair, doon na nga tayo pinatatunguhan. Very important itong meeting na nangyari ng July 2016 wherein Colonel Garma and Colonel Leonardo and Colonel Padilla were present. Dahil dito na po nagawa ang plano istitaiya para patayin po yung tatlong Chinese prisoners. Commissioner Leonardo, tanungin ko po kayo, totoo po ba na nagkita-kita kayo doon?
Mr. Chair, gaya po na sinabi ko, hindi ko po matandaan na nagkita-kita kami tatlo doon po. Pero si Colonel Garma, may mga instances na natanda ko nagkita po kami, Mr. Chair.
So, nung binisita po ninyo si Jimmy Fortaleza, ano ho bang pinapag-usapan ninyo?
Kahit ano lang po, Mr. Chair, naalala namin yung cadetship namin, mga kung ano-ano lang po.
Nung bumisita si Colonel Garma, ito po ay very clear na bumisita kayo, hindi po ba inaamin ho nyo yun?
Yes,
Ang kasama nyo si Colonel Bililla and Grijaldo. Ito, sa number 4. Nung bumisita po kayo, tinanong nyo nasaan na yung tatlong Chinese na inakasuhan ng illegal drugs. Hindi po ba?
No, Your Honor.
Jimmy, dito ka naman, Mr. Chair, nandito si Jimmy. Sinumpaan salaysay mo to. Pwede kang kasuhan ng perjury nito. Sinasabi mo rito, nung bumisita si Colonel Garma, ay tinanong ka, merong operasyon dito at nasaan itong mga Chinese prisoners. Hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
At sinabihan ka rin niya na meron silang operation. Hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then sometime nung August 8, 2016, Mr. Chair, or prior to August 8, 2016, Mr. Chair, tinawagan ka ni Colonel Garma at kinausap ka at inutusan ka na sabihin, kakausapin niya si Colonel Padilla. Hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
At pagkatapos ng tawag na yon, pumunta ka kay Colonel Padilla at binigay mo yung cellphone, tapos nag-usap po sila. Nandun ka nung nag-usap sila sa telepono ni Colonel Garma. Hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ano ba ang pinag-usapan ninyo, Colonel Garma, nung tumawag ka kay Colonel Padilla?
Hindi po ako tumawag sa kanya, Mr. Chair.
Colonel Padilla, sinumpa ang salaysay ho ninyo ito. Dalawang affidavit po na sinabit ninyo na dito sa paragraph 5. Tumawag po sa inyo si Colonel Garma at ito po ang sinabi ni Colonel Garma. May mga tao kami dyan na gagawa at huwag mo na questionin, and whether you like it or not, we will operate and do not interfere. Baka madamay pa pamilya mo. It has all the footprints, fingerprints, quote-unquote, so to say, of Colonel Garma. Actually, Colonel Garma, lahat ng utos, even to SPO4 Art Narsoles, nanggaling ho sa inyo. After ng meeting ho ninyo ni Colonel Padilla, ni Commissioner Leonardo, doon na nyo inutusan si Art Narsoles, who is very close to you, para puntahan si Leopoldo Tan at inutusan na patay na yung tatlong Chinese. Hindi po ba?
No, Your Honor.
There are 1, 2, 3 statements from resource persons which is under oath against the statement of Colonel Garma, which is not even under oath. It is very clear, Mr. Chair, that somebody is not telling the truth in this interpellation. It is perceived, not only in Davao City, but in the ranks of policemen, among your peers, that you are very close to President Duterte. Is that true?
That is their perception, Mr. Chair.
Pero that perception is believable, Colonel Garba and Mr. Chair. Why? Yung pag-appoint ho sa inyo ng PCSO, hindi ho ordinaryong trabaho yan that you just go for a job interview, you just apply for a position. The position of PCSO is a presidential appointee. Kahit po wala ho tayong application form, kahit po walang a job interview, pag malapit ka po sa appointing authority, you will be appointed. So yung perception po na malapit po kayo, totoo po yun. Hindi totoo yun, hindi haka-haka. Because kung hindi po kayo malapit kay former president, you will never be appointed as PCSO. And in that case, you were appointed because of your close relationship with the former president.
Congressman Pimentel, if I may interject, kay Colonel Garma, yung bang pagkakataon na, di ba, sinabi mo na in-applyan mo yung posisyon
Yes, Mr. Chair.
na as General Manager ng
Yes.
PCSO.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
During that time, was the position of General Manager vacant when you applied for the position?
Ano po, parang there are news articles na
So in other words,
Tatanggalin.
hindi ho siya vacant.
natatanggalin na, magre-resign na.
So merong news article na tatanggalin siya.
Yes, during those time
Who was
po.
the General Manager at that
I
time?
think it's General Balutan, Mr. Chair. I'm not sure kung natanggal na or there's an article that he will be removed.
General Balutan.
Yeah, yes,
And
Mr. Chair.
when you applied, submitted your resume and your application kay Senator Bongo, hindi pa siya bakante. But that time, have you already resigned from
Not
PNP?
yet. No, Mr. Chair. I
So
was-
nag-apply ka as General Manager ng PCSO na wala pang vacancy yung GM position at nasa active service ka pa.
I'm not sure if it is vacant, Mr. Chair, or there's an article it's going to be vacant. Kasi
so
I'm
that's-
sure alam ko po na parang matatanggal na o natanggal because under investigation na po. And
Yung kay General Balutan
yung
time.
position,
Okay.
yes, Mr.
So,
Chair.
so sa madaling sabi, Colonel Garma, during the time, because you're not sure yet whether kasi meron ng, I think, investigation nga, tama, no? Kay
Yes, Mr. Chair.
General Balutan that time, in-applyan mo na, anticipating na matatanggal si General Balutan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, is that a correct assumption?
Yes,
pangalawa,
yes, Mr. Chair.
You're not yet sure kung tatanggapin yung application mo as the PCSO General Manager that time kasi ongoing investigation and you were still in active service.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Colonel Garma.
Mr.
Congressman
Chairman.
Pimentel.
Mr. Chairman,
With the indulgence of Congressman Pimentel. Yes, Congressman
if I may
Suarez.
be allowed, just to interject. Colonel Garma, may nakikita lang kasi akong mga inconsistencies doon sa testimonies mo. Dati po kasi akong gobernador at nagtrabaho sa lokal na pamahalaan.
Yes.
At alam naman po natin na hindi po na ipepwesto ang mga pulis kung unang-una, hindi po muna ito sinasang-ayunan ng mga chief executives. Nabanggit po kanina na sa maraming palipat-lipat po ninyo ng iba't ibang mga pwesto dahil daw po ito lamang sa due to merit. This is a fact that you stated.
Yes, Your Honor.
However, the places that you went to are plum areas. From Davao City, you were transferred to Cebu City. Those are plum cities to be placed under your direct supervision. And without intervention or influence from those that decide, those are very difficult positions to attain, Colonel Garma. So are you still suggesting to this committee that it is only because of merit, that's why you gained those appointments and not through personal relationships?
Mr. Chair, I never asked for positions. Hindi po ako lumalapit kahit kanino
Okay. Okay lang po.
Pagkuha ng
Okay lang po.
position,
okay lang
Mr.
po.
Chair.
Kasi sa akin kanina, nabanggit nyo, Colonel Garma, ang pinakamahalaga sa inyo ay yung kapakanan ng anak ninyo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kaya po kayo nag-resign.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kung pinahalagahan nyo po yung kapakanan ng anak ninyo, bakit po ilalagay nyo sa alanganin na sitwasyon ang buhay ng anak ninyo na wala po kayong trabaho? Kasi kung magre-resign po kayo, wala po kayong pagkakakitaan. Kung magre-resign po kayo, paano po yung pangsuporta ninyo sa anak ninyo?
Mr. Chair, that is why I applied November of 2018 when the President announced that I will replace General Manager Balutan sometime March of 2019.
So therefore, yeah, I know
That was the
that's what I'm
sign.
driving at,
Yes,
Colonel
Mr. Chair.
Garma. Yun po yung point ko.
Opo.
Kasi kung talagang totoo kayo sa posisyon na pinangangalagaan nyo yung anak ninyo, hindi nyo siya ilalagay sa alanganin.
Yes, Mr.
At
Chair.
tiwala kayo na pag nag-resign kayo, which was a gamble, given that you had 10 more years of active service, which was a gamble, you were sure in your heart that you will not put the welfare of your daughter in any harm. Therefore, you applied for the position of PCSO. A position so plumb and so sweet that only the handpicked chosen one of the president will be given.
Mr. Chair, I have no further question.
Thank you, Congressman Pimentel. Congressman Raul Manuel, you're recognized.
Ano po ulit yung batas na dapat ay tinitiyak ng PCSO General Manager na napapatupad?
That's the PD 1602, Mr. Chair.
Ano po yung
That's
other
a-
name
that's
nung
a
batas?
Anti-illegal gambling law.
Sa perspective po ba ni Colonel Garma, Mr. Chair, noong past administration ay napapatupad ito across agencies, itong anti-illegal gambling law?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Honor.
Kung ganun po ang opinion ng resource person, Mr. Chair, I think from the series of hearings that we've had so far, kung pagbabatayan po natin kung paano nag-proliferate yung mga pogo at paano ito naging actually paraan para sa illegal gambling at marami pang mga katakot-takot na mga nangyari sa bansa, Mr. Chair, hindi natin mapagkakatiwalaan yung ganong pamantayan ng ating resource person. In fact, kung nag-proliferate yung pogo, actually this raises more questions, Mr. Chair, kung paano din ba talaga pinagana yung PCSO sa leadership ni Colonel Garma at paano ito pwedeng naging konektado din sa ibang mga illegal activities as brought forth by the questions of Congressman Pimentel.
Congressman Chino Almario, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I'd like to direct my questions again to Colonel Garma, if that's okay. I would just like to pick up on a few points muna made earlier. First, nung kay Congressman Johnny Pimentel, and another point that was also brought up by our colleague, Congressman Raul Manuel. The first is on the question of personal relationship to our former president. No? Sabi niyo po, ma'am, and please confirm, na you did not or you do not ask favors from any political entity, any political figure for the advancement or the enhancement of your career. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. That being said, it was also, Colonel Garma also mentioned earlier na when she applied for her position, for the position of General Manager sa PCSO, she approached then Special Assistant to the President, Bongo, for the transmittal of her letter to the President, to which she was given a reply na babasahin ito ni President. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
What merits did you warrant to get the coveted position of General Manager of PCSO?
Mr. Chair, yung pinalitan ko po ay isang general din po. Siguro din tanungin po natin, ano din ang, then the chairman is also a retired general,
Mr. Chair, I'd like to remind again our resource person, can we please, the question was, what merits do you think po?
That's it.
did you
I have mentioned it already, Mr. Chair, yung pong qualification ko, Mr. Chair, and then I submitted that. I applied for the position. I did not retire agad po when I applied kasi hindi ako sure kung tatanggapin po yung application ko.
Hindi kayo sure, ma'am? Bakit?
Hindi ako sure. I'm not sure. I'm not confident. I do not know. Maybe the President, it's the choice of the President kung sino pong ilalagay. So, baka
Mr. Chair,
babasahin pa po
I'd like
yung
to-
aking resume.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to highlight that again. So maybe the President,
Yeah, he will
From
still
his choice.
study. Yeah, everybody knows it's the President, Your Honor, is going to choose.
correct.
So, I submitted my application and he will decide whether I am qualified or I'm not qualified for the position, Mr. Chair. So, I waited before I retired.
So, Mr. Chair,
Your Honor.
let me again bring back to another inconsistency kasi kanina po, sabi po ng ating resource person na she relied on her merits, on her work performance, on her job to be able to get to where she is. And in this case, as General Manager of PCSO noon. And now, our resource person is now saying that it is the choice of the former president during at that time to appoint or to grant the position of General Manager of PCSO. Again, Mr. Chair, another inconsistency. And speaking of inconsistencies, let me try to bring it back sa narrations sa mga sinumpang salaysay ng mga PDLs natin noon at ni Superintendent Padilla.
By the end of the day,
To bring it back muna to Davao City, Colonel Garma, tama po ba na 2011 hanggang 2016 ay nakatalaga kayo bilang station commander ng Davao City in two different stations po?
That's June of 2011, Mr. Chair,
Apa.
and I think first week of January of 2016 only, Mr.
So
Chair.
tama po na you were
Yes,
station
Mr. Chair.
commander. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, noong panahon ng inyong panunungkulan bilang station commander, particularly po noong 2016 nang nakaupo na po si President then Rodrigo Roa Duterte bilang Pangulo, alam niyo po ba na idineklara niya ang giyera laban sa droga? During that time, may mga nakikilala po ba kayo? Or at least na nalalaman po ba kayo mga operations kalaban? Or tinatarget ang mga drug personalities, mga drug lords and the like?
May I be clarified kung yung nalalaman, how do we define nalalaman, Mr. Chair?
As in like for example, na meron suspect na kilalang drug lord or high-profile target at pumupunta sa iyo or dumadating sa iyo na okay, ito yung operasyonan or kaya gumawa tayo ng isang operation para mahuli itong drug personality.
No, Your Honor, that's not how it works
How does it
on
work
the ground.
then, ma'am?
We have to build a case, Your Honor. During that time when I was with CIDG, wala po kaming operation because more on financial investigation po ang CIDG.
Sorry, more on?
Financial investigation po ng mga identified who has records on drugs based sa intel, Your Honor.
So based po sa intel, nalaman niyo rin po na may mga Chinese drug lords na high-value targets na nandun din sa loob ng Dapicol at that time. Tama po ba?
No, Your Honor, I'm not aware of that.
Bakit?
Because I was on schooling and I don't have any hand on any information or intel, none, Your Honor.
Sino po ba yung in charge po dati sa CIDG during that time?
I think during,
2016?
2016, there is a two regional chief of CIDG noong 2016 po, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you name both?
I think it's Colonel Pernito, sir. I cannot.
Tama po ba na
I
si
cannot
Commissioner Leonardo was also?
Naging regional chief din po siya ng Region 11 and meron pa pong isa noong
Okay.
2016.
So, bilang isa sa mga may matataas na posisyon sa isang law enforcement agency, for sure kilala niyo naman, kundi man lahat, or ilan, na mga malalaking mga criminals na noted na pumapasok sa Dapicol or any area within Davao City. Kasi part of investigation naman din yun. Tama po ba?
Hindi po kami ni-inform kung
Okay.
may mga ganun pong mga high-profile na mga inmates.
Kung pumapasok sa Dapicol, hindi kayo ini-inform.
Hindi po kami kasali sa protocol na yon, Mr. Chair.
Sino po ba yung ini-inform? Or sino lang po ba yung mga nakakalaman? Yes po.
In
Opo.
Dapicol po, wala po kaming business. Sila lang po yung nakakalam, mga taga-Dapicol lang po, Mr. Chair.
Would you agree with me, Mr. Chair, that si Superintendent Padilla would know na may mga high-value targets na pumapasok sa Dapicol?
Possibly, alam niya po, Mr. Chair.
I'd like to direct my question to Superintendent Padilla. Sir, nung pumasok yung mga high-value targets doon sa Dapicol, nalaman niyo po ba na sila po ay mga high-value targets identified on the get-go na high-value targets dahil sila ay Chinese drug lords?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, may mga salaysay kasi na nangyari ni PDL Jimmy Fortaleza and sa inyo po, Sir Padilla, that indicate na tumawag po si Colonel Garma that she mentioned na may mga high-value targets na ooperasyonan nila. Colonel Garma, do you confirm or deny making this call?
I do not confirm, Your Honor.
So you deny making this call?
Yes, Your Honor.
So are you saying na sa dalawang sinumpaang salaysay, mali po yung dalawang iyon na naka-notarize na under oath binalik dito sa ating committee, sinasabi niyo po ba na mali po sila at sa iyo po yung tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I'd like to put that on the record. Mr. Chair, again, Colonel Garma, you are under oath. So, Yung sa tawag na yun, I'd like to direct this question naman to Jimmy Fortaleza. Sir, so tama po sir, di ba, na tumawag daw sa inyo si Colonel Garma kasi meron kang naka-assign na cellphone sa inyo and special ito na assignment, di ba, yung mga cellphone daw, sabi niyo po dati, tinawagan kayo at binigay niyo kay Superintendent Padilla yung cellphone para makausap si Colonel Garma sa kanya. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Na yung tumawag si Colonel Garma, lumabas ba yung pangalan niya sa cellphone? Na siya yung tumatawag? Or ibang number ba to? Or dahil sa boses niya, nakilala niyo?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, lumabas ba yung pangalan niya sa cellphone?
Yes, Your Honor, because I have a number of Colonel Garma, Your Honor.
So, bale, naka-phone book na.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, nalaman niyo na siya tumawag at sabi po niya na I think nasa sinumpaang salaysay niyo na pinapamigay niya yung cellphone kay Superintendent Padilla para makausap niya.
Gusto niya makausap si Colonel Padilla, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Fortaleza. And I'd like now to redirect this again to the supplemental affidavit na binigay the affidavit na binigay din ni Superintendent Padilla. Do you confirm, Mr. Padilla, na in your affidavit, nung tumawag si Colonel Garma kay Jimmy Fortaleza at binigay sa inyo yung cellphone, was there a threat made during that conversation?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Was there a threat? Ano ba
Yes.
yung topic ninyo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano ba yung naging topic ninyo nung sa phone call na yon?
Nung nakausap ko po siya sa cellphone ni inmate Fortaleza, Chief Garma told me may mga tao kami dyan nagagawa at huwag mo na questionin.
And I'd like to please continue. So number 5, ito ng sinumpang salaysay po, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So allow me to continue na lang. Sabi niyo po, di ba, na Chief Garma told me may mga tao kami dyan na gagawa at huwag niyo nang questionin. And whether you like it or not, we will operate and do not interfere. Baka madamay pa pamilya mo. Tama po ba na ito mismo yung sinabi sa inyo yung pag-abot ni Sir Jimmy Fortaleza ng cellphone
Yes,
sa inyo?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
And Colonel Garma, I'd like to redirect this question to you. Do you still deny making this phone call or saying these inside the affidavit of Superintendent Padilla?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Hypothetical question lang po, Colonel Garma. And in your expert opinion, as CIDG, part of CIDG din dati, di ba you specialize on investigations, you specialize on at least, kumbaga, getting and gathering intel sa mga cases that you have to build up, o kaya the cases that the PNP has to operate on. Tama po, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Hypothetical question lang po. Kung may isasagawang operasyon sa loob ng piitan to gather information, kailangan po ba ng participation or approval ng warden para magawa itong operation na ito? Hypothetical lang po, based on your expert opinion po. Kailangan po ba
Is it, Mr. Chair? Okay.
kailangan po ba
It depends.
ng approval or cooperation ng warden?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, if, for example, yung operasyon naman na iyon is to further charge or to kill anybody inside the penal colony, kailangan po ba to ng approval or cooperation ng warden?
That is a illegal activity, Your Honor. I don't even want to give my opinion on that because
So-
it's illegal.
Correct. Pero, so, bawal ito. Pero kung for example lang, again ma'am, hypothetical, may isang kriminal na gustong pumatay ng isang tao, na isang target niya sa loob ng penal colony. Kung nakikisawsaw ang warden, magagawa ba ito o hindi?
What do you...
If the warden...
I cannot give my opinion on a matter that is illegal, Mr. Chair.
Ma'am, you are decorated. You are in the
Yes, Mr.
CIG,
Chair. Yes, Your
CIDG,
Honor.
which means that these kinds of investigations are no stranger to you. You would know, to be able to solve a case and to investigate it well, kailangan nyo rin na
So-
you have to think in the minds also of the criminals din para malaman mo kung ano yung next move nila. So are you saying, ma'am, na despite your expert opinion, you cannot give us
Mr. Chair,
an opinion regarding
it
this?
depends on the facts of the case, Mr. Chair.
So,
You
ma'am.
I do not understand the facts of the case.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to
Because I
reiterate,
don't-
I'd
Mr.
like to
Chair.
reiterate, we're trying to speak hypotheses muna,
Yes,
ma'am.
Mr. Chair. So what...
Kung may gustong pumatay ng isang inmate at nakikisawsaw or alam ng warden at binabawal niya, magagawa ba yung pagpatay? Yes or no?
Everything is possible, Mr. Chair.
Yes or no po, ma'am?
Everything is possible, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So is it also possible na para maging very successful yung pagpatay ng 3 Chinese nationals, na kailangan dapat na hindi makisawsaw or hindi dapat involved yung warden or mag-back out yung warden para smooth yung operation sa pagpatay ng 3 Chinese nationals noon?
Your Honor, everything is possible,
Nangyari
Your
na
Honor.
po ito, ma'am. Which means na in order for that operation to be successful, kailangan dapat na mag-back out yung warden. Pero dahil kasi hindi siya nag-back out, kailangan dapat ng other methods of force, such as threats or bribes. Superintendent Padilla, kung hindi kayo bribe or threaten, papayag ba kayo na may mangyari ng ganyan sa loob ng Dapicol under your watch?
No, Your Honor.
Correct. Kasi yung pangalan nyo, yung lulutaw as the person responsible. So, Mr. Chair, I'd like to point out, Mr. Chair, na there are very many inconsistencies again. The reason why na we brought out the hypotheticals po is because na in order for an operation this complex to happen, there are many moving parts na kailangan dapat mangyari. And one critical part that has to happen is that dapat hindi involved or dapat there is the omission of the then warden Superintendent Padilla for that operation to be very successful. Kasi kung nandun si warden, kung nakikisawsaw si warden, kung alam ni warden na mangyayari yun at binawalan niya, then this wouldn't have happened at all. Kaya naawa ko, Sir, Superintendent Padilla, again, I respect you coming forward. I respect also the fact that even if there are threats to your life, especially as what was stated din sa loob ng inyong sinumpaang salaysay, na you still went forward and came out also with what you've shown as the truth. Now, tinatanong ko kasi yung mga katanungan ito, Colonel Garma, dahil lumalabas po sa mga testimonya ng ilang saksi na kayo po ang tinuturo bilang nag-uutos or namumuno ng operasyon sa pagpatay ng Chinese nationals sa Dapicol. Not just 1 or 2, 3. 3 sinumpang salaysay point to you as the mastermind behind this. Sa nasabing pagbisita, nabanggit ni Major Fortaleza na binisita niyo siya sa Davao Penal Colony kasama ni Colonel Villela and Colonel Grijaldo matapos ang panalo ni Presidente Duterte noong 2016 elections. Ayon po kay Fortaleza, sinabi na rin ako sa kanya na may operasyon ako sa mga Chinese na ito. Dagdag pa niya na ang ibig sabihin daw ng operasyon ay may papatayin. Dagdag pa po sa salaysay din ni Major Fortaleza na tinawagan niyo raw siya muli upang utusan na bigyan ng pagkain sina Tata at Andy. Totoo ba to? Bakit niyo pa sila bigyan ng special na attention? Ginagawa niyo ba to sa ibang inmates? Nobody knows, di ba? Pero sabi nga sa salaysay ni Jimmy Fortaleza na yun nangyari. And bukod pa kay Fortaleza, sa sinumpaang salaysay ni Superintendent Padilla, malinaw na tinuturo din kayo bilang nasa likod ng operasyon ng pagpatay ng mga Chinese nationals sa Dapicol. Sa kanyang salaysay, under paragraphs 5, 6, and 7, na kayo po ang direktang in-implicate po nito. And base din po sa sinumpaang salaysay ni Superintendent Padilla, lumalabas na siya ay sinuhulan o kaya pinilit na umatras at huwag makialam sa operasyong nauwi sa pagpatay ng 3 Chinese nationals sa Dapicol. Ayon kay Superintendent Padilla, na si Ma'am or Colonel Garma ang nagbigay ng direktang utos na huwag siyang maghimasok sa operasyon kahit pa ito ay magreresulta sa pagkamatay ng mga high-profile inmates. Again, Colonel Garma, do you deny these allegations against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
No further questions, Mr. Chair. I think the public has heard what they need to hear. Again, Mr. Chair, as the final comment lang, Mr. Chair, let me remind again, all those resource persons inside here are under oath. No? And in the search for the truth, we will still continue to push for these questions again. Mr. Chair, thank you.